Hi there. My name is Drew, and if we haven't met before, welcome to Ready Budget Go. If this isn't your first visit, welcome back. Either way, I'm glad you're here. It's Monday, so it's game night. I've got 12 savings games to play and $100 to put toward my sinking funds. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. First up, we're going to do Loteria, as always. So let me get out the Loteria card. And I've got some chips here to mark them off with. And we'll give the cards a shuffle. If you haven't seen me play Loteria before, it is a bingo type game. And I keep dealing cards and marking off spaces until I get a line of 4. And then I save $1 for every card, or every chip that is on the card. Okay, here we go. First up, we've got La Succulent, and that is right here. Make sure that was only one card. El Gentrification, I don't have that one. Las Bitcoins, no. El Juice Cleanse, no. El Yoga, no. El Boomer, nope. El TikTok, no. El Piercing, yes, got that, it's right there. El Sushi is in the corner. El Twitter, okay, so La Hashtag will give us a Loteria. La Flower Crown, don't have that. El Troll, right there. La Student Debt, and that opens up La Notification. El Gluten, nope. El Internship, yep. So now LVR will give us a Loteria. El Podcast, no. La Karen, no. El Gender Reveal, no. El Coachella, yep, that opens up El Drone. El Global Warming I don't have. El Non-GMO I don't have. El Vegan I don't have. El Bird, no. La Selfie, no. And there's LVR, so I actually got 2 Loterias. Got one here and one here. So that's going to be $4, $6, $8, $9 going into the Loteria envelope this week. And I do not save double when I get 2 Loterias. I just save for the one. The Loteria stops the game. Okay, one shuffle for next time for good luck. Next week we'll be back in regular Loteria. Set this card aside and get $9 for the Loteria envelope. And in fact, I think I'm going to take out a 1 and put in a 10. And Loteria will finish the month with 10, 25, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. $45. So a pretty healthy amount. And I will have a allocation video coming out soon, probably this next weekend. Okay, next up is going to be Sussed. I have 2 cards because there's only one left on the first card. So the last question on this one is, which would I most like to know instantly? A, the entire history of Europe, B, the entire history of our solar system, or C, the entire history of my family? Well, the entire history of Europe doesn't do me a whole lot of good. The entire history of our solar system would be really fascinating, but I think I would rather know the entire history of my family. So that is what I'm going to pick. And because that is option C, I'm going to save $5. I saved $2 for option A, $3 for option B, and $5 for option C. So let me go on to the next card. I'm just going to flip this over and use this kind of as a guide here so I don't accidentally peek at the next one. It says, which would I rather have named after me? A, an exercise, B, a Pokemon, or C, a car? Well, cars come and go, but Pokemon is forever, so I think it's going to be option B. It's definitely not going to be an exercise. If you know, you know. All right, so $3 for that one. So 1, 2, and 3. And we will save the others for next week. Not going to peek. Turn the card over. And that way I get to give my honest opinion each time. Okay, so adding in the $8 from this week, we now have in SUST 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, $28. Okay, next up is the name game. And this one is a game that I bought at a thrift store for all of $3, and it's helped me save much more than that so far. You get up to 5 clues to the identity of a famous person. You pull one out here. I save $1 per clue, and if I don't get it, I save a penalty $10. Flip. And the first clue says James Wrighton, which doesn't help me at all. I'm sure that helps somebody out there, but not me. Next clue is Chanel. Oh, goodness. It's that fashion designer. I can see him now. Karl Lagerfeld, I think. He was the head of Chanel. So I'm going to say Karl Lagerfeld. Let's see. Let's keep looking and see if I'm right. Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, well, I don't think it's Karl Lagerfeld, but keep going. I don't have a better guess. Period drama. Okay, no help. So I'm assuming now it's an actor. Actress, okay. Well, I don't know who was in Pirates of the Caribbean, and none of these others really help, so I have no guess. No guess at all. Keira Knightley. I could have sat here all day and I never would have come up with that. Okay, so I owe $10 for the name game. I'm definitely not going to attempt another one, not even for the cause of redemption. Oh, that's 2 misses in recent weeks. So this one should have a lot of money in it this month. Let's see. The name game has 10, 20, 35, 45, 46, 47, $48. Yeah, that's pretty rich. So, all right. But we're going to move on to Dicetropolis, and this week we are doing 21. So let me get out the game, and I'll need my dice tower here. I'm also going to get rid of some of this glare. Dice tower's upside down, I don't know why. Okay, I need a dry erase marker, and I need some dice. So I think I will use the Superman dice. These are from Eva at Budget Your Life. And in 21, you are rolling to try to get as close to 21 as you can without going over. You roll for yourself and then for the dealer. Okay, so I have 9. And 5 is 14. I'm going to go one more time. And 10. So I am bust. So 24. I don't roll for the dealer because I busted. And it said, if the player score, let's see, if the player is bust, save the final player dice total, which would be 24. So I am not going to save $24. I am going to add the 2 and the 4 together and save $6. So this one is meant to be flexible. I encourage anyone, if a total on one of my games is too high or it's more than you want to save, add the numbers together. Find a way to make it work for you. I am a proud savings game cheater. I make no apologies. So we're going to save $6 this week, and I think I'm just going to do the one game. Just because it is the end of the month. I could keep going and, keep adding things together, but I think I'm just going to do the one for Dicetropolis. Okay. So 1 and 5. So the total in Dicetropolis this month is 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. $37. Next, we'll do Dicetropolis 2, and this week we are playing War. And for Dicetropolis 2, I need 2 D4 dice, because Dicetropolis 2 is all based on D4s. So let me get the dice bucket back out here. I'll put the Superman dice away and find my D4s that are in here. There they are. Okay. So I need 2 d4s for this game. And it says roll 2 d4 dice, record the lowest number rolled in the box for roll 1 for that game. Continue rolling and recording the lowest number rolled for up to 5 rolls. If at any point doubles are rolled, there is a truce and the game ends. In the event of a truce, save the amount shown on either die for that roll. If you roll 5 times without rolling doubles, add up the total for all 5 rolls and save that amount. Low budget. If no truce, save $5, one for each roll for that game. So let's see how it goes. So right off the bat, we have 2 and 2. So there is a truce, and so we would save the amount shown on either die, so we would save 2, and that is the end of that game. But let's go again. Okay, 4 and 1, so that's 5. I should circle this. 3 and 1, so that's 4. 4 and 1, that's 5. 2 and 1 is 3. Last roll. 4 and 2 is 6. So that is 10, 23. I'm going to add the 2 and the 3 to get 5. And I'm going to save a total of $7 for Dicetropolis 2. I think I'll just stop there. So I'll clean this off, put $7 into the Dicetropolis 2 envelope. This is one of my favorite games in Dicetropolis 2. 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so let's see where Dicetropolis 2 finished for the month. Ooh, it has quite a bit in it. Okay. 10, 20, 5, 30, 5, 36, 37, 38, $39 in Dicetropolis 2. Pretty good. Up next is Dicequarium, and we're playing swim lanes this week. So I need D6s, and I think I will use the Aqua for these, because it's aquatic themed. I'll put those away later. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is roll the d6 to assign a value to each of the swim lanes for what I'm going to save for each lane if it wins. You don't have to do this. You can just roll the numbers down or use your own numbers or whatever, but I like the leaving it to chance. Okay, so 4, 2, 4, 4. Well, it's looking like it's going to be a $4 savings. 5. And last one, 5. Okay. So now I roll all 3 of these, and it's a race to see which one finishes first. So we've got 5, 5, and 1. 5, 3, and 2. 5's off to an early lead. 3, 5, and 6. 1, 1, and 2. 5, 6, and 6. Trip 1s. 2, 4, and 5. Now the 4s are scarce. 2, 3, and 5. 5, 6, and 6. Oops. 1, 5, and 6. 5 needs just one more to win. And there it is. 1, 5, and 6. So 5 won, so I'm going to save $5 into Dicequarium for the week. Clean off the board. If you don't want to roll 10 times, you can always mark off some of these and just do 5 rolls or however you want to do it. All right. So $5 for Dicequarium. And we'll see how that finished the month. 10, 15, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. $38. Okay. Up next is going to be Fruit Machine, so I'm going to get out the scorecard here, and I'll get out the fruit dice, and we'll see how the dice slots treat us this week. All right, fruit dice are here. Let's see how we do. Orange, lemon, and plum. I'm going to go for the plums. Cherry watermelon, 2 more rolls. Diamond orange, last roll. Cherry and orange. So we ended up with 1 cherry. That'll save $2. Let's go again. Oh, 2 diamonds and a lemon. I have to go for the diamonds even though they're bougie. And there we go. All right, so that is going to be $12 going into Fruit Machine this week. Had to go for the diamonds. I couldn't not when you roll 2 on the first roll. So $12, and Fruit Machine should have a lot in it this month too. Let's use my reach. Get the binder back out here. That goes like that. Okay, so for the month, Fruit Machine got 10, 20, 30, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, $50. Wow. Okay. Quite a lot, but that's the way the dice rolled. Okay, up next is going to be Quicks. Quicks is a game that is similar, the way I play it, is similar to Shut the Box, but not exactly. You roll 3 dice, and you have to use exactly 2 numbers to make 1 or more number combinations. If you roll a number combination that you can't make because you already crossed those numbers off on the line, then it is game over. So let me get out my Tombow here, and let's give them a roll and see what these dice have in store. Okay, so we have 8 and 7. Not a great start. So we'll cross off the 8. I'll keep the 7. 8 and 10. And take the 10. Have to take the 10. It's the only thing I can do since I already took the 8. 11, 7, and 8. So I'm going to take the 11. I'm going to keep that 7 for now. 8 and 6. Keeps wanting to roll an 8. Oops. Come on, low number. Okay, 12 and 10. So I can take the 12. I need low numbers now. There we go. 2 and 6. So I'm going to have to take the 2. Already took the 6. There we go. Okay, so 7, 9, and what am I looking at? 7, 9, and 8. Okay, I'm still going to keep the 7. Need low numbers. 7, 10, and 9. So that's why I kept that 7. Okay. So 3, 4, or 5. And I popped one out of there again. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay, I'm out. So 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 12. I'm going to add the 1 and the 2 together and count 3 for this game. And I'm going to play again. Oops. Well, I don't need to, but I'm going to swap the yellow die for a green die. All right. 9, 10, and 11. I will take all 3 of those. That is a great first roll. 11, 7, and 8. I'm going to take the 8. Once again, need low numbers. There we go. 4, 5, and 7. Take the 4 and the 5. How about 6, 6, and... I don't know. 6, 6, and 1. Oh, 6, 6, and 4. Okay. So 12 and 10. I'm going to take the 12. Low numbers. 7, 9, and 4. So I'm going to take the 7. It's the only thing I can do. 9 and 4 are already gone. Low numbers. Nope. Okay, so I have 6 plus 3 plus 2 is 11. And I normally would save the 11, but because I already have a 3, I'm going to add the 1 and the 1 and save 2. And, gosh, I could go one more time, but it's kind of a risk. I think I'm going to stop there. I'll stop there, and we'll just put $5 into Quicks this week. That'll leave more money for other games. Maybe I can take the high on Dicefecta. I kind of doubt it, because we're playing D12 this week, but... Okay, So $5 into Quicks, along with the scorecard. One more game and we'll get a new scorecard. And this binder is getting difficult to close. All right, let's see what is in Quicks this week. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $35. Respectable. Very respectable. Up next is going to be Tucano. This is a commercial game, meaning you can buy it in game stores. That's where I got it. And I deal 6 cards in a very specific pattern and then save according to the values that are on the cards. And I'm going to get a little more light for this one. Hopefully there's not too much glare. Just a couple shuffles here, and a cut, and away we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, oh no, 5, and 6. Okay, so the first thing that I do is anything that is a 0, or that would count as 0, I turn over. So this is in position number 6, but it has values only for 1, 2, or 3, so I'm going to flip that over. This is in position number 5, and if it's in position number 5, it scores a 0, so I'm going to flip that over. These cards, if it's in an even spot, it scores a 0. If it's in an odd spot, it scores 3, or 2 rather. So this one is in an even spot, so I'm going to turn it over, and this will score 2. And then this is in position number 1. Okay, so top row, we have 1 plus 2 is 3. Bottom row, we have this humdinger at 16 for position number 4. So 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm going to add the 1 and the 9 together and save $10 into Tucano for the week. So that is that game. Give it one quick shuffle for luck for next week. Oops. Or I'll just, throw them on the table. That works too. Okay. Put these away, and 10 big dollars is going into the Tucano envelope for the week. The reason this binder is so thick is because there were 5 Mondays in March. So lots of games. Or lots of dollar bills. All right. So Tucano finished up with 5, 10, 15, 25, 31, and 2. $32. Okay. Next is going to be Dicefecta, and as I mentioned earlier, we are on D12 Dicefecta this week. I will adjust this so there's not as much glare. Get out my red D12. If you haven't seen Dicefecta before, you roll whatever die it tells you, and you mark off the numbers that you roll until you fill up a section, then you yell Dicefecta. And there's 3 ways to save, and I will explain those once the game ends. First up is a 3, and then a 10, and a 9, 11, 11 again, 11 again, 4, 7 will give us a Dicefecta, 2, 8 will give us a Dicefecta, 10 we already have, 6, 5 will give us a Dicefecta, 8, Dicefecta. Okay, so this is our Dicefecta here that I just circled terribly. And so there's 3 ways to save, as I mentioned. So the high budget way is you add up all the numbers that are in the Dicefecta. So you have 10, 18, 23. So the high budget is 23. Medium budget is you save $1 for every number that's marked off on the card. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And low budget, you save the last number that you rolled, which is, in this case, an 8. So let's see. 2 games to go, one of which is Cute Machine. I think I'm going to go the medium budget and save $11 this week. Okay. So we'll just wipe this off with a dry erase marker. All you need is a dry cloth and it comes right off. And 5, 10, 11. Going into Dicefecta this week. Joining its brother. Oh my goodness, there's quite a thick pile of money in here. Let's see what is in Dicefecta. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 46, 7, 8, 9, 50, 1, 2, and 3. 53 bucks. Quite impressive. Okay. Up next is, oh gosh, I need the card from Cute Machine. There we go. We'll flip that baby over. Put that die away and get out our 5 cute animal dice. Cute Machine, the physical version, is now back in stock in my Etsy shop. Link is down in the description. Okay. So we have 2 dogs, 2 cats, and a penguin. So let's go for dogs. Or shaboo-boos, as Brittany would say. Okay, 2 dolphins and an otter. A dolphin, a cat, and a turtle. We have 1 more roll to go. And 2 penguins and a cat. So we didn't get anything, so that's going to save $1. Let's go again. Okay, 1 of everything just about. So let's try the otters this time. Two dogs, a cat, and a penguin. Okay, we'll go for dogs again. We have 2 more rolls left. 2 turtles and a cat. Last roll. Oh, goodness. Okay, 2 more shaboo-boos. So we have 4 dogs for $5. And I think I'm going to stop there because I still have 1 more challenge to go. So that's going to be $6 going into the Cute Machine this week. And I'm just going to do the ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put the dice aside. And into envelope number 11. Another one that's got a big pile of cash. All right, so this envelope has 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 51. $51 for this month. And last but not least, we have the Sparkly Color Dot Dice game, aka the Colorful Sparkle Roll and Save. From Eva at Budget Your Life, I have $11 to put into this one. This is another one that takes a lot of money because I let it. I mean, it's the last game in the binder, and if I run out of money before I get here, I just pull more ones so that I always get to play it. And this week, maybe I'll get doubles and get to roll another die, but let's see. So the first die that I send down the tumbler here is going to be for across, and the second one will be for down. Okay, so we've got red, this column, and orange. So that's going to be $3. 1, 2, and 3. Red again, and green, I'm going to call it. So red and green is $4. So take 1 back, grab the 5. Yellow. And yellow. Okay, we get to roll. So we get to roll a D8. Let me get one of those out. I could have had a D8. Of course it's an 8. Of course it is. And I have $4 here, so I need 4 more dollars. 1 moment. Reach into my secret stash. Actually, I'm going to take out a 5 and put back a 1. Okay. So, going into this challenge this week is a whole bunch. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, $15. I don't know why I even bother rolling the D8. I should just write in 8. Like if it's a D20, I should just write in 20. I always roll the max, unless I'm trying to get high numbers, and then it's a 1 or a 2. And I think, no, why don't you roll in high now? Well, wait till the money's tight, and then it'll roll high. Okay, that's just the luck of the dice, right? All the way to the back. This should have another, oh, it's got a 20 in it. Yeah, this is going to be a fat stack, all right. All right. So this challenge has 20, 5, 35, 45, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. $58 in 1 month. Okay, well, that is it for savings games for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. The next video that you see this binder in will be the randomizer allocation. So look forward to that. And then I will also have another video. I might make it the same video for how I get cash for next month so that you see that whole process. So stay tuned for that. That video should be out this weekend. Thank you so much for watching, especially for watching all the way through. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and until I see you in the next one, take care.